Hi everyone, I'm joined here by Satyaki Raghunath, who is Chief Strategy and Development Officer at Bangalore International Airport. Satyaki, thank you so much for being with me today.
Always a pleasure, Holly.
First question for you is, how is the recovery of your airport actually going?
I think it's much better this year. Last year was a more slow recovery. This year things are looking much better, at least at this point. We're back up to about 90% of pre-COVID levels from a domestic perspective and about 65% of pre-COVID levels from an international traffic perspective. Cargo has been an exceptional year. We've actually had our best year ever. So I think we're, let's say, cautiously optimistic at this point. I think this year is going to be reasonable.
Great. And what are your challenges for the year ahead?
So we've got, I think this year's biggest challenge is going to be, we are on track to open our second terminal, and that's going to happen just after October of this year, at least as part of the schedule now. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge in terms of making sure that everything is ready, getting all the logistics in place, making sure the ORAT trials are over, and doing all of the airline moves, and doing that in the midst of this sort of COVID recovery environment where everything is still not completely back to normal.
What are your lessons learned from the pandemic?
Be a whole lot more resilient in general, adapt and know how to pivot when you need to. And I think the fact that digital transformation is here to stay. I mean, COVID did more for that than anything else that I know. So I think certainly those are the three biggest lessons. I think finally, cargo and the importance of cargo, I think it's been demonstrated through COVID. And lastly, I would say, make sure that you retain good people.
Now, are you seeing any specific trends coming through in your passengers, what they're expecting now from you as an airport?
The digital part, for sure. I think everybody is a whole lot more sort of aligned to using their mobile phones for the whole travel process. I think that's here to stay. The hyper-personalization, I think everybody wants things when they want it, how they want it, at the time they want it, and in a very personalized way. So I think that's another trend that's probably here to stay.
And what passenger experience initiatives are you running this year?
I mean, nothing specific in that way, but I think a lot of initiatives will be linked to the opening of T2. So a lot of our sort of, we've got something called Care by BLR. We've got some other exciting initiatives with our mobile app and the engagement platform. All of those will sort of be linked in phases to the T2 opening, and we expect to see a lot more engagement with our passengers from a mobile perspective over the next few months.
Now, you mentioned T2 opening. What are your other exciting projects happening this year apart from that?
So T2 and its associated projects are the biggest ones. T2 is going to be a fairly large terminal. It's the largest one in Bangalore. It's going to be about 250,000 square meters, 25 million passengers. But besides that, we're doing a lot of work on the refurbishment of T1 as soon as this finishes, and we've got the time that will start. The other big project has been our cargo sort of developments. We've opened an express courier terminal last year. We've had our record-breaking sort of cargo year. We've launched our new brand, Cargo by BLR. I'd urge all your readers to go out and sort of look at that. And I think we're going to be investing a lot in sort of our support infrastructure as well over the next few months.
Fantastic. And finally, what is your business outlook for the future?
I think the traffic is going to come back with a vengeance. We're going to hit our 80 million target by 2030, even though the forecasts haven't looked so great for the last couple of years. I think it will come back very fast.
Great. Satyaki, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Holly. Always a pleasure. Thank you.